Rolling Rights, and we thought of one that Patrick and I had the chance to play over the summer with Matthew. Now, this game is not going to play 12 people in the sense that everyone is going to be able to play individually, but we're going to use the group chat and we're going to kind of crowdsource this play. But I'll leave it to Matthew to tell us exactly how we're going to do that because he is.
How many of us are there? A couple of people left. So,
All right, well, I'm sure there's still more than four.
Yeah, well, absolutely. This is hello from sunny Montreal. We got some nice weather today. It's got a little bit warmer up where we are. It's all the way up to 5 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that translates to in Fahrenheit. I think it's 272 degrees Fahrenheit, or maybe minus 23. I don't know. I haven't. I honestly
add 22 and multiply by pi.
Exactly. It can't be easier, right? Yeah, your arcane systems don't make sense to me.
40. It's 41. It's 41 degrees. I just Googled it.
There you go. Anyway,
hence
so it's a nice
the Mr. Rogers sweater.
And we're going to be playing a game of Master Word, and Master Word is a cooperative game that plays 3 to 6 players about. And we're all going to be working together to try to come to find the master word. So it's a word-based deduction game where we're all going to work together. So what I'm going to do is I've only got one camera, so I'm not going to be able to be on camera and explain at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle my camera down so that we see, rather than my messy kitchen, we'll have a look at the sort of play area. It's not really a board; it's a grid of cards. And when you play this game yourself, you don't necessarily have to lay out the cards in a grid like this. You can just lay the cards out one at a time. Okay, let me see if I can. And I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit because I set it up with a different interface. So give me just one sec while I adjust it. I'm going to have to raise it up a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better, eh? Okay.
Yeah, looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's much better.
It looks just like my game.
I've got a gigantic stack of games here that I've got my camera perched up on. Mansions of Madness, Streets of Arkham, Mansions of Madness, Adventureland by Habba, Horrific Journeys, Mansions of Madness, Neon, Fate the City of Tomorrow, Terraforming Mars, Our Game Flash 8. I've just added a Feast for Odin. So, that's the stack of games that's holding my camera, and Legacy of Dragonholt is on the top, holding the camera in place. For any of you who are wondering, oh no, it's backwards.
No, it looks good.
I could
Master Word is not backwards.
Oh, good. Huzzay. All right. Good. All right. So.
Thank God he doesn't have to learn how to write backwards now.
That would be an interesting challenge on the fly.
We should have just told him it was backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Maddie.
Play on hard mode.
Right. So, right. So as I was saying, we're going to play with 4 players. So I don't know how you want to organize that, Eric. I mean, you guys can all work together to. I mean, it plays 3 to 6, but we can always add a 5th row in there, or you can all just work together to come up with 4 clues. It's as you wish.
I think we can do that.
Yeah,
I think we could just crowdsource 4 answers to you.
Okay, well, let's do that. That sounds pretty good. So we are going to be working together to try to identify the master word. Now, the master word is written on this card here. Okay, you can see that's the first clue, right? Which is animal. Okay, I'm going to put that over here. Okay, so we can see it. So what we are going to be trying to do here is try to figure out what animal we're looking for. So this game is a little bit like 20 questions meets Mastermind. And what do I mean by that? Every round, okay, there's going to be a 90-second timer, but I'm not going to use the 90-second timer. I'm just going to give you guys more or less, because when we play online like this, it's not quite as dynamic when you play on the tabletop. You guys are going to have to talk amongst yourselves to try to come up with clues to narrow down the search in 7 rounds to find the master word. Okay, so you're looking for an animal. So you're going to come up with a few clues that you might want to, that you think that the animal might have, right? So you could talk about the type of animal it is, its kinds of features and stuff like that. We'll write those 4 clues, okay, on the clue cards. And then I am going to give a number of these thumbs up tokens, or just thumb tokens, to tell you how many of those clues are on the right track. But I'm not going to tell you which ones. So you are going to have to try to figure out through elimination or just through deduction which clues are right. And then you do the next round, and then the next round after that. And you're going to try to do a kind of a funneling technique where you shut off certain paths of investigation and focus on others. Okay, and at the end, or when you think you know what the master word is, what the animal in this case is, you'll use one of these solution cards. There are only 3 solution cards, which means you only get 3 guesses at the master word. And if you successfully write the master word on one of those solution cards as one of your guesses, we all win. Okay.
And we have 6 rounds is the longest, because I see that's how it's set up.
Yeah, well, it's actually technically 7 rounds, because the game is 7 rounds, but you only get 6 rounds, I guess, of guesses, because in the 7th round there's no point in guessing anymore. If you have any solution cards left, the 7th round is there for trying to figure out. It's your last gasp effort to come up with the master word.
Okay.
All right.
Matthew?
Yes.
I'm assuming your animal is the same animal that Eric and I use, so we can't play.
I'm willing to bet there's a bunch of animals in the box.
There are a bunch of animals. You know what? I'm going to ask you guys.
I don't remember
what the animal was, because if you guys can definitely play. There's a whole bunch of them in here. Which one did you guys do?
Yeah, you remember, Patrick?
Well, I know what my animal card is because I just played this.
Oh wait,
did you? What number is yours?
Number 1.
Okay, no, I'm not using number 1. I'm using number 12.
Got it. Okay, never mind. We played the first 5.
All right, are you looking up for number 12 now?
No, I'm not ready for 12.
Oh yeah, cheating is forbidden. So, so we've got an animal here. So yeah, are there any other questions? No?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Those are the kinds of questions.
Yes.
Did you mention about the 3 red cards towards the bottom of the screen?
I did, yeah. The 3 red cards are your solution cards, okay? Those are the cards that you use to try to guess the master word. If at any stage you accidentally write the master word on one of the white cards, you lose. Everybody loses automatically because it's a cooperative game. So that stops you from just saying, okay, well, animal, let's just start naming a whole bunch of animals until we accidentally fall upon the right one. Okay?
So get 3 guesses of the actual word per game.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
So are we looking to put words on the white cards that are like yellow or something like that?
Sure.
Or
yeah,
spotted,
like Eric said, bigger
legged.
than a bread box or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Mammal,
Okay.
fur, etc., those kinds of things.
okay, let's
Yeah,
try mammal.
that works. That's a perfect one.
All right, there you go. Right, mammal.
Okay, yeah, you guys want to go with mammal?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right. What else?
I like 4-legged or not.
Yeah, 4-legged sounds good. Although that might be like most.
You're
But
absolutely correct.
honestly,
I think that's almost every mammal.
getting all 4 of them. Well, a kangaroo's a mammal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said almost.
Oh, fair.
I guess. Well, I was thinking like it could be a bird or it could be a.
Well, it wouldn't be a
penguin.
mammal then.
Birds are
It's
mammals.
not mammal. I thought it was animal.
No,
It is an
the-
animal, but we're
the
asking
clue is
already
asking
whether or
mammal.
not it's a mammal.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it could. Right, we're the next line might help us
Oh, okay.
cross-reference
Oh, that's
out.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
I see.
I think furry.
Well, mammal is going to imply furry for the most part.
That's
So
correct.
But that's
my
thinking is I think we should have 4 similar things, and then we'll either get all or none of them. Because
Oh, I see.
if we get 2 things right, then we won't know. You know, if the next 2 guesses are like, you know,
So let's
cold
picture an
blooded.
animal, put down all 4 things about it, and if it's all 4 right, then it could be that animal. But
that we're not going to get a lot of opportunities for that. If we're playing it like Mastermind, you want to in the first round you want to cover a lot of ground so that you have better choices in the next round.
Right, because if you're playing Mastermind, you either want 1, 3, or 0 or 4.
Mhm.
Choose your worst case.
That's absolutely correct. I've experienced that in this game.
What about tails?
Tails is a good one.
Yeah.
Tail?
Or
Okay.
like carnivore.
Or
A
butts.
tail, one tail,
And-
singular tail.
Can't really
tail,
taste
yep.
butts.
What about like geographical, like Asian?
Yes,
Oh,
that's a good
clever.
one.
Yeah.
See, when we played this, then we get into this whole thing about is its country of origin Asia, and then I had to look up that, you know, tigers were really from Africa. I mean, I'm not giving the exact answer, but
Right.
Well,
like
but this is one of the challenges with this game is that a particular reviewer once said that it's boring for the guide because there's nothing to do, but that's not actually true because being the
No.
guide sometimes can be extremely challenging because sometimes people will say something and you'll say, "Oh my gosh, that's true. You know, that is true, but I can't give them a token for that because it'll put them on the completely wrong track."
Mhm.
Like, for instance, the example that we give in the rules is Pope, right? And if someone writes, okay, well, we're looking for somebody, maybe it's a political figure. You write political. Technically, popes throughout the ages were very political figures. But if you put yes for political, they're not going to be looking for somebody in the religious sphere like the popes. You really have to be careful about what you give a thumbs up to, you know?
How do you interpret what that
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think for your last
Someone
clue
said
there?
I like carnivore.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
that.
that too. Yep.
Okay, carnivore it is. Whoop. Maybe if I spell it correctly. Carnivore? Nah.
We get the gist, Matt. It's all right.
Not vegan.
Carnivore. All right, so mammal, 4 legs, and carnivore. You guys have hit the jackpot right off the top.
Good job, team.
All right.
It's a liger.
Coolest animal ever.
Four-legged mammal with a
so
tail that eats
let's-
meat.
Could we go genus or species now? Like go like feline?
Oh yeah, like feline, canine.
Or size. We could try to narrow in, is this a big mammal or a little mammal? Narrow it in somehow that way. Size of a
Yeah.
bread box.
Feline, larger than a human. Although
So what do we
humans
put
are pretty
down?
big.
Yeah,
I
humans are
also-
pretty big.
Wild and domestic isn't. Well, no, not a lot of carnivorous domestic.
Domestic.
pets.
Sorry,
Well,
that
there's
could be a
few.
Problem is that most everything that's domestic could also be feral or wild as well.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when it gets
Or-
into Matt's judgment.
Well, that's where you get it. Couldn't be domesticated would be
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
very
a
different
cat
than to
versus a
normally
tiger.
consider it a domestic. But you know, we don't have to go with that for sure. So
Okay,
someone
what are we
said a
thinking?
canine, right?
Yeah, like if we go feline, not canine, but if we go canine, then not feline.
Yeah, putting
Whatever.
both of them would.
Yeah.
be good, unless it's
I would-
Any of those is good.
I say feline.
Yeah, feline sounds good. What about single color, multicolor? Something like that.
Hmm.
So
Striped,
Kit-
one color. If we're thinking it might be a kitty cat, a giant kitty cat.
Do we want to do a size thing? A size question?
I think a size question is a good one. Like bigger than a dog or something. I don't know.
What kind of dog?
Yeah, that's a good question.
so. Like,
Bigger
how about
than-
like 50 pounds?
That's
50 pounds
that's a
or
better
more.
thing. I think weight's
Yeah, that's better.
I mean, because 50 pounds is like my pit
Or
bull.
22 kilograms.
50 pounds or more, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to translate this for Matt, right? Because
I prefer to have it in stone, please.
The question: could you do something like greater than 100 pounds, so that like if you end up in the same round, so like if you get multiple lit up, then
I mean, you can do more or less what you like. You can even repeat the same clues on different lines. You can repeat clues on the same line. You can choose not to put a clue down and leave something blank. There's all kinds of things you can do. They're not always the best ideas, but whatever works for you, whatever you think.
Matthew, did you talk about locking in an answer yet?
I haven't mentioned that, but I can bring that up now because I didn't want to give too much information.
That's okay. No, that's all. We can wait.
Yeah, no, I can tell you now. I get, as the guide, once per game, excuse me, a joker, which means that after I've put down the tokens at the end of the row, I can then put one of those tokens that I've put down or a token from a previous round directly onto a card. I get to do that once per game. And I usually will do that if you have no idea where you're going and you're kind of flat.
Did we lose Matt?
Uh-oh.
No, it should be all right.
He's back. You're good.
Me, sorry.
That's weird. The host muted me, apparently. I was giving too much away. Yeah, good. No, that's it. So yeah, just in case you guys you're not sure where you're going, and I can put you back on track, or if you go down a wrong path, I can use my joker, hopefully, to be able to put you back on track to focus on what you need to focus on. So I get to do that once per game.
Greater than 50 pounds.
I like domesticated, because then that would rule out.
How about traditionally domesticated?
Yeah.
The thing is, if it's greater than 50 pounds, the likelihood of it being domesticated is low.
That is true. You're right.
Yeah, so that would rule it out. So it's a useless clue. I think geography might be where we want to go next.
I like that.
Yeah, geography works.
I would say North American, because that's going to be more narrow than something like Asian.
Yeah, like a panther or a wildcat.
Bobcat.
Cougar.
That also requires that the clue giver know exactly where things originated.
That's the challenge.
Or are.
Or us.
So what are we thinking?
North American, right?
North American? Okay.
I'm assuming that use of Google is allowed.
Yeah.
By the guide, yes.
Okay.
Not by the seekers.
By the what now?
Not by us, but yes.
The seekers.
Oh, okay.
But not the guide can look it up to figure it out, but the seekers are not allowed.
Okay.
I like the color thing, but
so
yeah.
Let's say, for instance, that feline is wrong and it's something like a bison or something like that. Then we would still be getting 2 clues, but we wouldn't know that feline was wrong necessarily.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Most famous carnivorous bison.
Feline greater than 50 pounds, North American.
All right, I need a last answer from you. I want to put you under a little bit of pressure so the game doesn't.
Yeah, we're supposed to have 90 seconds here, aren't we?
Whether it has horns or not.
I like that.
Horns?
Good. Horn.
We might get 3 here. But we definitely can't get 4.
Any type of horn, like a saxophone, a tuba, that sort of thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we got feline. Oh, and by the way, I, as the guide, am also allowed to ask questions about any of these things, just to make sure we're on the right track. Like, I mean that we're on the same page, I should say. So feline's pretty straightforward. Greater than 50 pounds. North America, that's its primary habitat, I imagine.
Yes.
Yep. And horns is pretty straightforward. I am going to give you the dreaded one.
No.
Oh.
All right, so our next one should be canine.
Okay.
What do you think? That'll rule out a lot of stuff if it's a no.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else have we got?
Has a tail.
What do we think was right about that. It could be feline.
It could be feline, or it
Yes,
could be
I
North
think it's over-
America.
I
No,
think
no,
it's-
it could be. It would not
think it's
be a
one of the
small house
first two.
cat because it would be both North American and feline.
Right, that's correct.
And I
It could be
I
like
don't
a-
think horns is right because I don't think there's a lot of carnivores with horns.
Not
Maybe
that
I'm
I
missing
see.
Probably
some.
some big
Oh, there's, like,
carnivore.
Moose.
Are they carnivorous?
I don't
I
think
think-
moose are carnivorous.
I don't think they're carnivorous.
So
They have
what's a
flat teeth.
big? What's a big? Not feline. No, it's probably
Like
a
a wolf.
big.
A bear?
Okay, then
Wolf's
let's not
good.
do canine. Let's go on the feline track, but not. No, that won't work.
How about a
I
pack
mean,
animal?
I think what Courtney said, bear would make sense
Carnivorous
too.
pack animals.
Well, if we go with like bear, then we're assuming that 50 pounds was what was correct.
Right. I
And,
think
but
50
North
pounds
America
would
could have
be-
been correct too. Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
bear.
North America is
Yeah.
definitely
That's
correct for
Unless it's a
bears.
polar bear.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, polar bears are north.
Pescatarian.
Yeah, they're north. They would be upper parts of Canada. So
Oh.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ask,
They're not-
ask people in Churchill, Manitoba about polar bears.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. That's valid.
All right, so it's not a bear. It could be a bison. Oh no, horns in North America.
And I don't think they're carnivorous either.
I don't think they are. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The
Oh, the
All right, what
problem
do we
is
got for a second clue here, guys?
What if it's a small feline carnivore like a bobcat?
Yeah.
And I think it would have
Bobcats
been
would be
North
North
America and
America.
feline. We've had
Oh,
two
yeah, that
things,
was
right?
tough.
we
Yeah,
could
that's
we could also write feline again and do 3 other discriminating clues and see if feline was.
You
the
can
correct
also
clue.
write the same word 4 times.
Well,
Or just
Matt
leave
is
them
gonna
blank,
make it.
which provides the same effect.
I don't know.
So what do we got for a second clue?
what is a?
What
so
did
if
people
it's
think of
canine,
pack
but
animal?
Like a wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go pack. I like that.
Yeah.
Pack, yeah, I like
Anything
pack.
pack? All right.
Yeah.
well, aside from wolves, what's in a pack?
Dogs.
Coyotes.
Foxes.
Yeah.
Are foxes canine? I don't know. Yeah, I guess they are.
They're
Foxes are
technically
bunnies.
canine, I mean, I think, right?
I don't know. I just throw it out there.
Canine pack.
Well, that would help us zoom in on wolf.
That
Yeah,
would be
although
wolf.
wolves might be over 50 pounds.
I
No,
think
they're
they
pretty
are.
small.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they can be over 50 pounds, but I think the average is actually quite small.
All right. How about color? We haven't really focused in on color. We keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Gray.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. What's great?
Can they be gray? Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mm,
Different continent?
I think we're stretching a lot here, though.
We are.
I think we should just leave out the last one for this and really just find out if it's canine.
Can you leave
Yeah.
it
Not
blank?
it goes back to feline.
Yeah, you can. You can leave it blank.
Oh, actually, put canine again. And then if it's canine, we're gonna get two.
Yeah, two.
That's
Pretty
tricky.
sneaky, sis.
Yeah, canine. Do it.
Do it, Maddie.
Make it so.
Break the rules
Alright.
of the game.
No,
Did
he
we
said
break
we
the
could.
game?
Oh,
He
yeah.
said we could.
Yeah, yeah. You can write it 3 times if you want, 4 times. You can leave them all blank. You can. It's as you wish.
So the next line, we probably want to start thinking about guessing.
We have 1,
Ah!
2, 3.
Which
Oh.
3?
Well, then
I'm
we know
thinking
it's
everything
definitely
but
canine.
gray.
So
Yeah.
we definitely know it's canine. Great. Pack might be strange.
Yeah, we know it's not wolves now.
Right, that's true.
Why we don't know it's wolf.
Because it would be both pack and possibly gray.
Yeah.
It's either pack or gray.
I get it. Okay.
Okay. So if it's a gray canine, then we've got like what, hyenas, coyotes.
That's what I was going to say. Hyenas, I think.
So it's either North American or it's bigger than 50 pounds, but not both.
Yeah.
Right. Shit.
Oh.
Are
that's
there
true.
canine
Or it
are
has horns.
canine animals that aren't in North America that are other places.
Or it could be both canine and feline. It's cat dog. No.
Mythical cat dog.
So canine, gray.
What kind of like level do you get to? Like, I guess what I'm saying, can it be like a dog, or do we get as specific as like a poodle? You know, we don't know, right?
Well, generally speaking, just as a little side note, when we through playtesting is when we discovered that we had to make sure that we put solutions onto red cards and not on white cards. That's when we got rid of a lot of because we did have a word like dog early on, but because dog is commonly used as a clue, we got rid of that. And there are more specific types of dog, later on in the game. You don't want to make it too general so that you accidentally end up using the master word as a clue, if you know what I mean.
That makes sense.
Well, then maybe we should narrow the type of canine down.